Yo, what's up everyone? Era Comics here with the Comic Collectors Guild, and today I'm going to be going over all the books I picked up last week for New Comic Book Day. I'm going to be talking about my giveaway and a few other recent pickups I had, so stay tuned. Welcome back everyone. Now before we get started on any of this good stuff, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. And if you're not already doing so, make sure you hit up my Instagram page where I drop daily reviews and other great content. Like a giveaway. Right now I have a giveaway going on, Vision and the Scarlet Witch 1 through 12 in a limited series. The community has been so good to me and it's my time to give back. And I'm trying to get everyone prepared for the WandaVision show coming out in I think November. So hit up my page, and maybe you'll be the lucky winner. Other than that, I went to a comic expo this last weekend, picked up a couple things. Nothing too crazy, but first up, Walking Dead 100. You already know what that is. First appearance of Negan, death of Glenn, and if you even want to consider it Lucille, first appearance of Lucille. Next up, we got Mercy #1. I know this just came out. I wasn't able to pick it up first time around, so make sure you hit up my Instagram page. I'll be doing a review on that at some point. And these last two, nothing too crazy, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers number 2 and 3. This is a second print, but I have the first issue, never got a chance to read it, but I like Power Rangers, I like Turtles, so I don't see why I wouldn't like it. Now, for the real reason why you're here. All these books, can't wait to review them with you guys. I loved them. There's maybe 1, 2 that I didn't think were too great, but overall it was a very great week. First up on the list we have Iron Man 2020, number 3. Continuing on with the battle between Arno and Tony Stark. It was a good portion of the issue. They're still fighting throughout that robotic rebellion. Arno comes to a conclusion and he says, Tony, I need you. We need to stop fighting. I need you and your robots to help me out on this bigger picture mission. Some Omega threat level is coming to Earth and he's going to kill everybody, including you and your robots. Tony doesn't believe him. Tony says he knows exactly what he's talking about and it's all crap. It's been crap for the last 10, 15 years, but Arnold's like, no, like the time is now. He is coming, or whatever it is, it's coming, and we're all going to die without your help. Tony, being stubborn the way he is, opts to not help, and some more fighting continues, but it leads to his death. He's a robot anyway, so it don't matter. But it leads to his robotic death at the end of the issue. Thought it was very good. I enjoyed it. It was a fun read. But that led to Rescue #1 2020. Don't be like me. I read this first before this issue, and the whole issue is Pepper Potts on a mission to basically rebuild Tony Stark. She has to go to United Kingdom to get a hair sample from his biological mother, so she basically can rebuild him and make a new one. I was confused the whole time. I had no idea why she was doing it. But if you read number 3 first, it'll make a whole lot more sense. So it probably wasn't too bad overall. I didn't like it for that reason, but that was my own dumb mistake. Other than that, I didn't really like the artwork, so maybe I had a little contribution to it as well. And it was a very okay tie-in. I think overall it has a very important role to the story because she's basically rebuilding Tony, but I thought the story itself is just okay. Next up on the list, we have Spider-Man Noir #1. This was fantastic in my opinion. I really enjoyed it, and I love the noir aspect. You get to see Peter Parker as a detective, and he's just doing detective work the whole time. It was so cool. It stems out of the Spider-Verse. It basically comes straight out of that Spider-Verse run if you're keeping up with that. You got a little bit of back info as to why he's alive again, and all that. So So Pete's still investigating a murder that happens at the Black Cat nightclub. Some lady that died had a very expensive piece of jewelry on her that she should not have. So what does he do? Figures out what this little cicada artifact type thing is, but the whole time he's being followed by someone. So every time he kind of makes progress in his detective work, someone's there to derail it. We don't know who it is. We think Kingpin might be behind it, but we don't really know. So that's pretty much the whole issue. I'm really excited to see where it goes. And it was a good read. Very, very good read in my opinion. Moving up, Spider-Verse #6. I'm just going to tell you straight up, I didn't like it. I thought overall the whole run itself wasn't very good. After finishing the final issue, it felt like it really was just to introduce Spider-Zero, who we still don't know who it is. I'm sticking to it. I still think it's Billy Morales. She's introduced in Miles Morales Spider-Man number 13, kind of recent issue. But I still think it's her. We don't find out her identity. The web does get fixed in one whole page. Annie Mae was saved in the same page. It was extremely boring. I don't know. There's a little bit of fighting. I thought it was going to be this big, I don't know, something. There was just nothing. It was extremely boring and limited, and it was a letdown in my opinion. Like the whole time, I guess the web itself became alive, and then it was scared because now it's alive out of nowhere, and it tangles up Annie Mae, and that's what happened. That was, I don't know. They talked about it the entire time, but it happened in one page, so it was pretty boring. It was a big letdown for me. These last 3 issues were fantastic. I loved reading them. First up on the list, we have King of Nowhere by Boom Studios. Very fun read. It's got the art like Philadelphia. I'm going to be honest, I didn't like that art, but it fit perfectly well with this book. So, his name's Dennis, the main character. He wakes up on the outskirts of a town called Nowhere, and he thinks he's either dreaming or he's drunk still or he's on drugs, and he thinks he's just tripping. But he stumbles into this town Nowhere, and before he even does that, he runs into a deer that's driving a Jeep, and that's what makes him think like he's definitely on drugs. But he makes his way to a diner where he starts drinking with a fish. He still thinks it's a dream. And then he gets beat up by a guy with like 6 arms. He has no idea what's going on. And honestly, we have no idea what's going on either. And once he gets beat up, cops come. The police chief's got an eye patch. He recruits them and needs his help to kill these giant iguanas. I don't know. Very weird story, very far out there. The artwork went perfectly well because you kind of feel like you're in a haze with him and you have no idea what's happening the whole time. But it was a fun read and I really enjoyed the story. Right before the issue ended though, some guy shows up, asks that deer, that was from the beginning of the issue, if he's ever seen this guy, Dennis, and he's like, no, I've never seen him. He kills the deer and basically just see him walking towards the town. So I think he's a human, so Dennis might not be alone in the town of Nowhere. Very awesome read. Moving on to the next one now. These 2 were so hard to pick between for my top issue of the week. It's definitely tough. They're both like right up there. So if you think this one should have been the top pick, it probably could have been. But either way, they're both up there. Top issues. Strange Adventures #1 by Tom King. As you already know, I don't read a lot of DC. I'm not really interested in a lot of DC, but a Tom King Black Label, plus look at that cover. That's awesome. I was so excited to read it, and it was just as good as I thought it was going to be. So the way the issue's written, it's like, so you don't know if he's a war hero or a war criminal. So it's kind of, I don't want to say it's showing both sides, but there's just 2 perspectives to the story. The one half is just him fighting on the planet Rand, I don't know, Rann. You be the judge. So he's fighting on that planet, and you kind of see what he's doing, where he's trying to be a hero, but then it shows him back on Earth at like a book signing. He's got his fans there. He's signing books for people, but he's still the same protester saying like he's a war criminal. He did this. He imprisoned these people. He killed these innocent people, but you don't really know what's going on. And he even recruits Batman to kind of help clear his name after he was accused of a murder. I don't think he did it, but I don't know. You never know. But the whole time it's just something's left out, like there's a missing piece, and you don't really know because you kind of see him when he's alone, not upset, but just kind of like moping around. So there's definitely something that's missing, and I can't wait to keep reading this. Now for the top pick of the week. It's been hyped up. It's awesome. Strange Academy #1. I'm sure you've seen the Marvel preview in almost every single Marvel book for the last month or 2, and it was well worth it to them. I loved it. It's kind of got like a Harry Potter vibe if you're into that. Main character, her name's Emily Bright. Yeah, Emily Bright. You kind of see her writing a letter to the Strange Academy, and it's showing her throughout her life where she knows she has this magic power. She's got power. She can do this. She can do that. And not that she needs help, but she's basically just telling somebody like, hey, I'm a magician. Like, I can do this. So then you see a girl named Zelma come and basically take her to the Strange Academy. and you get to see all these different kids with all different powers from different backgrounds, and you already see that they're not getting along because maybe their planet hates this planet, or these people hate these people. And it was really cool to see them like interact with each other, because you have Voodoo, Doctor Strange pops in, and then some other teachers are going to be showing up every once in a while, like Magic. I remember seeing Scarlet Witch. It's like a whole page of them. It's pretty cool. So that's basically the whole gist of it. You just see them interact with each other, and it's just kids with magical powers. So I'm excited for this. Definitely my top read of the week. Strange Adventures was a extremely close second. Maybe they're both first. I don't know. They were both great though. So what do you guys think of the books I picked up? What books did you guys pick up this week that I missed out on? Because I don't know, I'm a little limited on my funds every once in a while, so I can't really pick up everything. Let me know down below what you guys think. Make sure you check out that giveaway as well. It's going to be running till the end of the month. And if you're not doing so, make sure you check out the Comic Collectors Guild as well. Great group of guys. Love talking about all different comic-related stuff. See if you can join. And with that, have a good night.